Hi. I feel like it's been an entire day since I last did this. I actually didn't plan on doing a video today, but like, I just immediately got the whole get your ass on here right the fuck now. And then I have honeysuckle incense burning right now because my dumbass thought that one of the cards I pulled a couple days ago said something about honeysuckle. It didn't, but that's okay. I just can't read. And in the background, I'm listening to everyone's favorite, Idris Elba, and I don't know if anybody knew this, but he's a DJ, which, like, okay, I am gay, so I don't have, like, a crush on Idris Elba in that way, but I've always really fucked heavy with Idris's energy, and so, like, I also am, like, looking into being a DJ. I'm actually literally going back to school this summer to, you know, do music, audio, production, and engineering. Like, I'm actually going back to do this. I want to be a DJ, I want to be a producer, I want to be an engineer, like, I want to turn the knobs. So, we're listening to Idris Elba being a fucking king, giving us the vibes, and we're just gonna, like, get into it. Yeah, I guess I'm being led to pull from Spheres of Heaven Tarot. I like to let you guys know what I'm doing, because, like, I know traditionally, you know, it's supposed to be kind of just like a rapid fire thing, and I'm supposed to, like, be able to tell you what the divine is saying immediately, and I think that that's beautiful for the people who are led to do readings in that way. I can't. Like, the way that the divine has me set up, I am supposed to... That's too much. I'm gonna try that again. I'm supposed to be very slow-paced, and that one's fine. And I don't regimented? I don't know. Like, I have to do things a certain way based on, okay. So that, alright, I'm actually gonna quit, because the divine said what he said the first time. Or she said. We're gonna pick up on it. The divine said what they said the first time when 18 cards plopped out, and 18 cards plopped out again, so I'm gonna listen. Isn't this a vibe? I wouldn't mind going to see Idris live and just, like, let him teach me and all that. That would be so rad, actually. I would put that out in the universe. It's a great manifesting day, so, like, listen, Mr. Idris Elba, I don't want nothing from you. I am gay. I just want to be in your presence while you do this, and I want to learn from you, and I want you to teach me. That's all I want. I would love Idris Elba to be a mentor of mine in this art form, and nothing else. So, Idris, if you hear me, I'm gay. I just want to learn. Alright, thank you. I got that out of my system. Hey, shit boy. Hey, shit boy. Alright, got some swords, we got a cup, we got a pentacle or two, 2 cups, 3 pentacles, 3 swords, 3 cups, 3 pentacles, no, 3 swords, 3 pentacles, 2 cups. I'm just out here being reckless. Alright, do I need to clarify anything? Do we get any major arcana in here? I don't know, I'm actually going to take that one because that one, yeah, okay, another fucking pentacle. I don't know. I feel like, am I supposed to just clarify what the goddess is? You let me know. I'll stop shuffling when you tell me to quit shuffling. So, aha! What's you? There's a lot of pentacles going on. I feel like this doesn't... I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna shut up. That's what I'm gonna do. I keep being like, no, that's not right. Like, I did not just give this whole reading over to the divine. Okay. A lot of pentacle energy going on though, and that's cool. And we have a wands. I haven't seen any wands yet. Okay. Yeah, I think that. Yeah. Okay. So no major arcana in this one. I shuffled till I was told to stop. A lot of pentacles. And then, like, smatterings of others. So we have, like, a couple old players in here. Or at least, you know, one that we saw literally the other day. From this deck. so I am just going to go in order of, okay, yeah, so we don't have major arcanas here. We got some royal cards in here. I think all but one of them, so 3 of the 4 suits here have some royalty going on in here. So I'm just gonna go in order of what this book has them at. I don't know if that makes any sense, but you'll get it. So we're gonna go for the wands first. And the first wand card is the 3 of Wands. This one says explosion of growth. The 3 of Wands depicts a trinity of staffs or branches, 3 shoots flowering upward. This represents a vector of growth pushing into the world, ultimately toward thriving, flourishing, decay, and death. These layers of symbolism reinforce the card's dominant principles. The number 3 for abundant and bursting growth. Wands for vital sexual energy. All coming together in the card's center. All stages in the cycle of life are presented. Growth, stability, and decay. As Jodorowsky said in The Way of the Tarot, it is the seed that violently opens its shell without knowing what plant it is going to become. Damn, okay. So then the next Wands is an 8 of Wands. These cards are so gorgeous. That one says the swiftness of artistry. The 8 of Wands is the essence of swiftness, speed, and action. Throwing caution to the wind, hastening to apply the lessons learned on the journey thus far. The confrontational forces of the previous card have either united with or been deflected by the heroic adversary. The card's 8 stems, signifying our various creative energies, are finally aligned, each budding with passionate light. There is no stopping the creator now, their energy chasing through the skies. Okay, so I'm gonna talk the way the divine leads me to talk. It seems like your wand energies, wherever you are in the wand space is what I'm being led to say, is just rapid growth development. The TV just said a judgment-free dance floor. So you are creating and growing into something, and you have done this because you've released judgment. Thank you, Idris. So it sounds to me like you're having a rapid growth. And the previous card, 3 of Wands, is talking about just you don't even know what plant you're becoming. You're just out here. You're just out here growing. You don't even know what you're becoming. And the 8, it's just like this is definitely in the creator space. So your creative endeavors are just flourishing, and you don't even know where it's going. I fuck heavy with that. So that was your wand space. We're gonna go into your cup space next. And the first cup is the 2 of Cups. 2 of Cups says a promising encounter. With the 2 of Cups, we turn away from the world and toward each other, opening ourselves. This is just the first step in a dance that is dominated by emotion. Hell yeah, sorry. We are not bound in any form yet, but partake in a constant fluid exchange, like water poured back and forth between 2 cups. This liquid substance could be called many things: love, respect, attraction. It is not ours to hold on to, it must flow to make sense, for it is not individual. For the exchange to even be possible, we need to already carry this within ourselves. So love another. One must love thyself. Okay, I'm gonna shut the fuck up and move on to the 4 of Cups, which is the next one. I think I understand what's happening. This is calling for you to do some self-love. 4 of Cups, stability and stagnation. And the 4 of Cups, love has transformed from the earlier, more ephemeral stages. It is now stronger, more defined, more self-supporting. Love is now fully expressed and manifested. It is ready to be integrated as a part of everyday life. The water pours from cup to cup in a seemingly endless fountain. The dangers and turmoil of the earlier stages of love have now been overcome. The ship, so to speak, is now sailing in safer waters. This is a moment of apparent stability, but if we take it for granted, it will go stale, stagnant, and ultimately perish. The moment we realize this, it might already be too late. We can enjoy it only while it lasts, then seek to further transform and develop this love later. Okay. The last one of the cups is the King of Cups. It says, wisdom of kindness, the most traveled of all the kings, this ruler has seen the world and met everyone there is to meet. In his travels, he has learned that kindness can be the key that unlocks any obstacle. He would never use force or tyranny, as the harmony and happiness of those he interacts with are of the utmost importance to him. To those seeking his support, he will offer his treasured wisdom. In his cup, he stores his precious feelings for those who thirst for peace, harmony, and companionship. The King of Cups can heal us with his kindness and teach us to flourish and grow with openness. So in your cup space, it looks like a couple of things. Your cup space is talking about love. Your wand space is about your career and where you're going with your creative endeavors and how you're using that to be in the world. That's your human interaction space. Your cup space is about your relationships, and it looks to me like this Two of Cups energy that you were having, you were learning to pour into yourself as much as you were pouring into others, I'm gathering. And it looks like when you're talking about the Four of Cups, this idea of possibly taking the easiness of the space you were in for granted. It's warning you of just remembering that, yeah, you can live in this, wisdom of kindness, this King of Cups energy, and that's great. You should be there. But I'm also feeling the need to explain to you that, it's also okay to understand that not everyone wants to drink from your cup. You are obviously willing to offer that to other people, but even the people that you love and even people that have once drank from that cup, the thing that, teaches when people come to you thirsting for peace and harmony and companionship, you are willing to share that with people. But you're being also called to be a little bit in the Four of Cups energy. You're being called to remember that it's not all about them. The Two and the Four of Cups are basically telling you you have to remember that don't take for granted the fact that things are easygoing, because not everybody is in tune and ready to drink from that cup, right? Things may be going great in the work department, and in the love department there might be some stagnation. This idea that everyone's just going to drink from the cup and everything's going to be okay all the time. That's not always the case, my love. But stay in that energy. You're not supposed to move out of it. You're just supposed to be mindful of these two things as well. Keep doing what you're doing. You're beautiful. I love you. Vibrant, beautiful thing. Keep doing that shit. And also. Not but. It's just both. Both and. So now we're going into the Swords energy. And we're going to start off with the Seven of Swords. So the Seven of Swords has you here cutting into the inner silence. This is the final ascent. The peak lies before us. Now we must climb. This is, mountain energy. This is kind of feeling like the mountain energy with the Ace of Swords like we had a couple days ago. So now we're talking about walking up the mountain. You grabbed that from the other day. Time to walk up. While the journey of the swords often seems like a clear gem of pure reason, here we must instead empty ourselves, shedding all that prevents us from seeing the clear light within. This is an active process that must paradoxically be achieved by actively doing nothing. We are withdrawing from the material planes. With every step toward the self, we see less of reality and instead glimpse more of what is truly real. I'm going to move on to the Eight of Swords. That actually came up next. Alright, and it says enter the void. This is where our path ends. A place of total silence. The Eight of Swords form an ideal circle. In the space between, we see the piercing truth of divine enlightenment. We have eliminated the noise that muddies the waters, that clouds our vision from clear sight. Now we stand to the ultimate clarity, the void, at the end of our intellectual journey. There is nothing but the realization of ourself, our own eyes looking back upon ourselves and seeing truthfully. We have found emptiness. Within the emptiness, we have found ourselves, alright? And then I'm going to move on to the Queen of Swords who we had before. She came up the other day, but this time it feels like she has transformed. See the butterflies? Yeah, it's all coming full circle. Queen of Swords attempting transcendence. The Queen of Swords is a creature of the mind. She is well established in this mental realm and is experienced in the ways of the intellect, but she has reached a plateau in her own journey, realizing that to truly strike at the heart of things, she must let go of everything. A metamorphosis is needed, symbolized by the butterflies around her. The Queen is on the verge of this decision about to overcome the powerful emotions and fear of loss this step has engendered. This is the Queen's lesson to us. Our one certainty is that nothing lasts. We must relinquish everything eventually as the price of transcendence. So this seems to be asking for you to ascend into a space where you are letting go of the... He's cute. He over here just having a great time looking at this camera. He's adorable, sorry. The Queen of Swords, transcendence. Overcoming the tangible, it feels like. So with your wand space, like I said, you're taking off. It's time to do the creative endeavors. And you don't know what you're becoming, what you're growing into, what this is going to do. It just is. And you're supposed to blossom and bloom and do that, right? In your love space or in your cup space, you know, the romantic side of things, and just, I should even say, I will even go deep, like even deeper, because this feels more interpersonal in general. I think romantically speaking, there's risk of stagnancy if you don't like stay on top of your shit, but ultimately, like, you are, love is the message, literally on the screen, love is the message, and that is the message of this. Thank you, Idris. I think he's just like co-doing this reading with me right now. But like he, you know, the King of Cups here is offering something beautiful, and you're just at, you know, there is a risk of becoming stagnant, but love is always the answer. You know, it really is, and it is okay to always have that. You just have to be like mindful of the self into cup space. The Queen or the Swords are talking about your logical brain, it feels like. Your sword space is your logical brain, and it is asking you to cull the logic of your experience, because what you're supposed to be experiencing is a lot more intangible. You can't... Ooh, yeah. You cannot think as a caterpillar. You have to think, act, breathe, butterfly. And I think that's the thing that I think a lot of people miss when it comes to butterflies and that analogy. It's not just about becoming a butterfly. No, the caterpillar is not thinking, I'm just a caterpillar. No, its entire caterpillar existence is preparing for the metamorphosis of transcending into butterfly. Nobody, like, I don't know that caterpillars are being whispered, just keep eating, you're gonna be a butterfly soon. Like, no, bro, it's just doing what it gotta do to get somewhere. It is just living. It is doing, that is its existence. And that is the kind of thing you're being called to. That is what you're supposed to be embodying. Your logical brain is gonna hold you back. That tangible, the need for the material, the need. You know, and you know, this talked about letting go of fear. You have a fear of losing something. But that's not going to help you in this next phase of your development. It's just not going to. So your wand space says, keep growing. Let the divine worry about that. Your cup space is saying, love is always the answer. Just remember to be mindful and take care of yourself, you know, in that space. Your sword space is saying it's time to let go of the need for the tangibility. It is time to trust in the unknown. It is time to continue. It is time to allow metamorphosis to become natural, a natural part of your process. And then we're going to go ahead and just jump right into the pentacle space. look at that. There were like 5 here. So we're gonna go straight into 6 of Pentacles. And you know, I love reading from the manual, y'all. Here is your 6 of Pentacles. That one says the realization of beauty. In the material world for which the Pentacle suit stands, one type of perfection can be reached: beauty. This is not our ultimate goal, the unknowable truth, but it can be a sort of heaven on earth. The 4 of Wands held a hope of such perfection. In the 5 of Pentacles, we struggle to reach out and realize it. Now it has been achieved in the 6 of Pentacles, and we behold a splendid fountain of material plenitude, cascading like liquid starlight. So your sword space is saying, let go of that tangibility, that secure tangibility that you keep holding on to, thinking that that's going to help you transcend. It's just fear. You're holding on to fear. The Pentacle space is already talking about, like, you have the abundance. What is there to be afraid of? Fear not, right? So here's the 6 of Pentacles. Let's get into the 9 of Pentacles, though, and see what it says here. Here is your 9 of Pentacles. New growth from plenty. The 9 of Pentacles depicts a pillar of pentacles. Yes, it does. 4 of which are budding, about to sprout new matter. This card signals the arrival of a new material condition, such as a child, a project, or stroke of fortune, which full circle feels a lot like that wand energy where you're just growing and doing and creative and you are being blessed in that area. So this new growth is possible because we have already mastered the synthesis of the material and spiritual through our past achievements and established resources. At the same time, special precautions are necessary. Though promising, the budding opportunity is yet fragile, you know? Don't pluck a flower before it's ready, you know? We shouldn't be plucking flowers, leave them alone. But I digress. Allowing things to grow into maturity. This kind of, it feels very similar to the Nile grass analogy I keep bringing up. Whenever I pull from the Egyptian tarot and you have papyrus shoot coming up in any of those cards, it signals a lack of maturity. It's not ready. It's beautiful, it's budding, it has potential, but it's not quite ready. And then we're going to hop over to the 10 of Pentacles. Spirit of matter renewing. The material cycle is now ending. A new one is coming. From a structural point of view, one might mistake the 10 of Pentacles as a continuation or climax, since it comes last in the Pentacle sequence. But upon closer inspection, one sees another geometry at work. The circular portal seen also in the last of the major arcana, the world. The 10th card in the suit, therefore, is both the aspiration of the material, now married to the spiritual, but it is also a portal to the next cycle, the beginning of something unique and new. All matter must perish, but in perishing, create the new. This card, then, is about the ending of a material cycle, an achievement that has been fulfilled, but also about the new worlds that have been opened up as this cycle comes to a close. I'm gonna just keep going. Knight of Pentacles is next. And that is the fruits of hard labor. Look at that strapping cutie pie. Tempting though they are, we eventually learn that shortcuts and quick fixes are illusions. One might occasionally get lucky, but for the realist, there is only one route to success: hard work. The Knight of Pentacles stands for this like no other. They wield no weapon. They work not through violence, but via cycles of labor, symbolized by the arcs of starlight behind them. Yeah, he has a shield, which I take as more defensive, not offensive. They are in no hurry, preferring to assess their plans thoroughly before taking action. Once they have set them in motion, they will execute them with great diligence and a stubborn persistence that knows no mercy, neither to themselves nor others. Though the work may be repetitive and tedious, at the end of the cycle they know they are assured the fruits of their labor. Alright, this one's getting interesting. 6 of Pentacles, realization of beauty. You are now... Okay, so you got to a place where you realized the beauty around you, you know, and you're growing as a result of acknowledging the beauty. It's giving gratitude here, you know, and there is a cycle that's coming to a close, but also opening a new door. And again, it feels very full circle to the wand energy. But we'll go ahead and enter into, and then, you know, you're being a persistent, you know, seeker. You know, you're very diligent. The last one is the Queen of Pentacles. Content with wealth. Yeah, that's what I thought. The Queen takes care of business. When it comes to managing anything on the material plane, she is at the top of her game. Hard work has made her skillful, and wide experiences has taught her a breadth of knowledge and to be content with her accomplishments. Her carefully gathered resources, the hanging stars above her, which, you know, you've got a lot of starlight. Like, stars might be significant to you. You are, like, cloaked in stars. It feels very starry for you, and I like that. I like that a lot. Hard work has made her skillful, and wide experiences have taught her a breadth of knowledge and to be content with her accomplishments. Her carefully gathered resources, the hanging stars above her, are arrayed within easy reach, ready to be used as necessary. Others might become restless and reach beyond their capabilities, but the Queen of Pentacles is happy with what she has, and what she can do, and what she has achieved. The ram, whose chin she cradles, for her passionate entrepreneurial stands for her passionate entrepreneurial spirit, but it is calm rather than reckless. The Queen possesses these energies, but keeps them in check. To serve her, she is generous with both her skills and her possessions. What the world gave to her, she is happy to share with those who she takes care of. So, already feeling like these two right here, very much married within you. So this does feel like another two spirit reading. You do have this King of Cups energy of just being very generous with your wealth, and not just not the material wealth, but all of the knowledgeable wealth. But you're also like really free with your resources. So you're in a giving and receiving space, and you just, you know, have some cautionary stuff coming up for sure. Like the divine is trying to make sure you understand, like, don't get too comfortable, is what I'm hearing. Don't get too comfortable with these spaces, right? Like, and it's not to say that you should be afraid of loss, or that like everything's gonna leave you one day or anything like that. I'm not gathering that. What I am gathering is you can't be afraid of change. That's what I'm gathering anyway. But you know what? You know how it is. You know what we do. African goddess rising. We're gonna get some clarity from the goddesses real fast, because I feel like the mama's got something to say. I'm gonna take that one. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, that's what I thought. Saw that too. Yeah. Alright. I love this deck. You don't even know. Like, I have so much love and gratitude for this deck. I don't know if that one wanted to come out. I feel like it did. Oh, okay. That's why. That's why. Okay. That makes sense. Alright, that's it. That's it. Alright. So, we got 5 here from the goddesses. And we're going to go ahead and do it in order. And as you know, we read from the manual here. So the first one, clarifying energy, is Goddess Tituba, Goddess of Feeling Safe. Goddess of Feeling Safe. Great Ancestress Tituba was an enslaved Caribbean woman who was the first person accused in the 1692 Salem witch trials. She was most likely kidnapped from the Guyana region of South America and then sold through a Barbados plantation. Guidance. It is finally safe to be you. You have wandered through a dark night. Your trip has been long. There is light ahead. Your liberation is apparent. Okay. Embodiment. You deserve to feel secure. Feeling safe is knowing that your basic needs are met. Ooh. Feeling safe is feeling at home in your body. Feeling safe is trusting your journey. Feeling safe is feeling free around those you love. Feeling safe is trusting that the sun will rise again. If you grew up emotionally, spiritually, or physically unsafe, reset your default expectation to a healthier vibration. Declaration, I am safe, it is safe to be safe. So this definitely calls out to the Queen of Swords energy that I'm feeling from you. The need to transcend, the need to become who you are, the need to relinquish fear, definitely heavy Tituba energy right here. So these two definitely coming together makes sense. The next card was Goddess Gang Sarah, Resistance. I like to call her Gang Sarah, and I don't actually know how it's pronounced, but Gang Sarai, Goddess of Resistance. And that one says, Shadow Goddess Gang Sarah, the Witch of Golden Lane, blew into Tobago on a determined breeze from West Africa to emancipate her family. Shadow guidance, you are scared that you are going to mess it all up. You may have stumbled, but this is a new day. Learn to show up for yourself. Embodiment, you ghost your own dreams and resist your own magic. Stop holding back, worrying, and pretending to seek perfection that will never come. When it comes to stepping into your greatness, resistance keeps you stuck. Resistance blocks growth, creativity, and evolution. Resistance may look like procrastination, laziness, disorganization, excuses, or lack of motivation. But there are deeper forces at play. You are resisting the force you really are. Declaration, this is me, I show up. This feels like it's calling you out in this wand space. You're growing, and you're doing it, and you don't care, and that's beautiful, and just you need to remember that you can't resist yourself. Can't resist yourself. You gotta let yourself flourish and grow. I'm also getting just a sidebar download, and it's a sidebar download that I've been kind of holding to my chest, close to my chest lately, because I'm not really sure, but I'm just gonna go ahead and say it out loud. You know, there are practitioners out there doing very similar work that I am doing that are out here attacking other people, using their divinely given abilities to create chaos and harm and discord, right? And I'm having to call it out. You know, I think that whoever is listening, there is also, you know, the deeper forces at play aren't just you. I do feel like people are being spiritually attacked by dark karmic energies and people aligning with demonic forces that are trying to hurt people, that are trying to silence people. There's a threatening energy in the spiritual community. It's almost like if you're not, you know, if you're not doing it in a way that doesn't threaten another person, then like they think it's totally open season to send nasty shit to you. And it's like, why use your magic for something so debased when the divine gives us all of these abilities to use it to grow and to create and to connect? It is lost on me. I am hearing a lot of crap, okay, around here. People are also texting me, worrying about me because in my personal life I've got stuff going on, and people are like, ooh, I think that's spiritual, I think someone's sending you shit. And you know what, it might be the case. People might be sending me shit. People might feel threatened. Okay. What's done in the dark will just embarrass you in my face later. That's all. You know, I'm not out here, I don't curse, I bless those that I love. I do not curse those that are, you know, try to cause harm. It's just not in me. I don't do that. It's love and light here. But I feel led to share that with you. So take that, I wouldn't say with a grain of salt, but there's some spiritual hygiene you might need to be doing as well. I am also led to tell you that whatever others mean for evil, the Most High Almighty Divine means for your good. So whatever you're going through, whatever feels tough, no matter how much you know of who's doing what and blah, 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 it doesn't matter at the end of the day. Please do whatever spiritual practices the divine needs you to do. Do not ever give up. Do not let these bullies, these spiritual bullies out here, try to intimidate you out of your divine celestial alignment, which brings me to someone we saw the other day, Goddess of Celestial Alignment. Yeah, that makes sense, actually. So I'm going to read from the manual. Inkosazana is the healer of healers and the teacher of teachers, whose love for humanity makes the corn grow. She dwells in foamy waters, but is known as the heavenly princess. As above, so below is celestial alignment, guidance. Your natural path is to be in alignment with your own divinity. No one can take you from what they didn't give you. That's what the fuck I said. Okay, thank you. Thank you. The divine said, what the hell? Okay. Embodiment. How do you want to feel? You think often about what you want. The goddess, God energy speaks to us in feelings. Celestial alignment is being in sync with the energetic feeling, the frequency of the sacred. Everything that you desire is in that frequency. Match it with your feelings. That is the energy of God, Goddess, Godex. Again, I think that this is these Gong Surah and E and Kusazana are your wand energies, and I think that this is just the embodiment that you need to take. Don't play into resistance and keep yourself celestially aligned, because that is yours and no one else's. Don't let these bullies come after you from them. Now, declaration, I am always being guided in the right direction. Keep following those nudges, babe. Keep doing that. Don't let these trifling ass. Anyways, I said what I said. The goddess of secrets revealed, Queen of Sheba. What's done in the dark comes to the light. Let's go. 36. I said what I said. That's what the divine said. In the Bible, the wealthy Queen of Sheba brings a caravan of gifts to King Solomon. The Ethiopian Holy Book reveals that she was their Queen Makeda, and that together they sired King Menelik I. Guidance, open your eyes. Secrets are being revealed. It is safe for you to see the truth. Your inner vision is crystal clear. Embodiment, you don't know what you don't know. Your creator, ancestors, angels, spirits, and ascended masters are whispering to you. This is divine intelligence. Pay close attention. These are things you do not let yourself see. Allow yourself to be guided and choose your own path. Declaration, I am connected to the divine. Sorry, I'm just something about this energy. The secrets being revealed. This, interestingly enough, feels very, very in the protect your peace area. And the protect your peace area is definitely in your cups space. Like, you have all of this abundance. Look at that abundant ass nigga right here. Sorry, I shouldn't say the N-word. I'm sorry. I'm black though. Anyway, so it feels like this here, I am connected to the divine. Choose your path. Allow yourself to be guided by the divine. And there are things that you don't allow yourself to see. It feels like that cautionary stuff from the 2 and 4 of Cups, that stagnation and the need to kind of lock it in with yourself, you know, overflowing with yourself. That was the 2 of Cups. And the 4 of Cups was like, you know, there is risk of stagnation despite the calm waters. There is other stuff you need to keep in mind. You know, it doesn't necessarily mean that like someone's out here to get you or anything like that. It's more like where you're putting your energy, this abundant cup that you are offering to everyone. You will soon know exactly where that needs to go. That's where I'm getting that from. And you know what? This looks like you're gonna have to be very brazen about it, because Goddess Satira of being brazen is your next card. That is number 17. Oh my gosh, passed it. It says here, Goddess Satira is the energy and spirit of Buxton in Guyana, South America. Satira is brave, bold, brazen, and barefaced, casting a spell with her hips. Me too, girl. Guidance. Step up. Go for it. Partner with the divine to make brazen choices, and everything meant to diminish you will elevate you. Hey, yo, this is feeling like Queen of Pentacles energy right here. All who mean you harm fall away. Your hurdles are illusions because you are plugged into source. embodiment. Make the brazen decision. What would you dare to do if you knew you couldn't fail? That's giving the Knight of Pentacles energy right here. It is brazen to be unapologetically you. It is brazen to speak up for someone not in the room. It is brazen to choose a different spiritual path or career than your community. It is brazen to build your family your way. God, Goddess, God X Force energy is brazen. Yeah, it's very much Pentacle energy right now, because the Pentacle energy was calling for you to, like, it had a lot of, like, material possession, beauty, and growth and everything like that, and just knowing how to work your material possessions. Like, you were generous in the material possessions, but you're also very diligent in making sure that your house is in order, and it's telling you be brazen about that. I am bold, brave, shameless, and brazen. It sounds to me like wherever you're about to head, whatever this new phase is, you know, the Ten of Pentacles said it's a closing, but also an opening into a new cycle. You finished this part, now you're entering into a new one. Fame? Good for you. Famous? Alright, I like that. Hell yeah. And it feels like you're gonna have to really step into it, because people are gonna be real fucking critical. Real fucking critical. When you step into the spotlight, people always have something to say because they think they know better. You're gonna have to step into your Pentacles space in a brazen way, baby. And I like that. Hell yeah, please don't fall. The last card that came up was Mama Jumbo, Goddess of Shine. If I could, like, find things I'm looking for. Goddess Mama Jumbo glitters as guardian of the lush green forest of Guinea-Bissau. If her name sounds familiar, it is because Mama Jumbo's name was misconstrued by colonizers and replaced with the term mumbo jumbo, meaning gibberish. Still she shines. Guidance, you were born to shine. Be seen, be heard, be a movement. We need to know your name. We want to learn your dance. Embodiment. Daring to rise and shine starts with the courage to be seen and heard. Your story matters, and someone needs to hear it. Fear of shining brightly keeps you in the shadows, hiding and shrinking. There is no way to claim your voice and avoid rejection, criticism, and judgment, but you are not for everybody. If everyone likes you, you are not really being you. Declaration, I am ready to be seen and heard. This is your major arcana right now. You are needing to step into your Mama Jumbo space. You are needing to embody confidence. That's what I'm getting. Confidence. That's your mission. Divine confidence is your mission. I fuck with that heavy. Dance break. Anyways, let's take a break. It's a long one. I'm gonna stop feeling bad about keeping you here for so long, because, like, if you're here, you're queer. I don't know. My love, I am so excited for you. I am excited for you. This is a party. Whatever you're stepping into, this is the party. And you're gonna have to let go of some stuff. The main theme, you gotta let go of your fear. You gotta let go of it. Your fear response, your trauma responses, all of that, it helps serve you in spaces that you no longer occupy. But here's the thing, and this is kind of, this feels like a continuation of the other day. You see, like, you are not supposed to be afraid. And it sounds to me like you are supposed to be walking in divine confidence in this next stage of your life, because people are used to bullying people like you. You know, all unhealed people can do when faced with the startling reality that they are in the presence of someone that has achieved a level of divine connection and confidence is to try to project their lack onto you, because even though they're doing the things they think are right for themselves, it is not working for them. And instead of just admitting, hey, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, I see that you've got it together and I don't, what's your secret? Instead of having some humility about it, people are going to try to come into your space and try to tell you how to live your life and how to do what you got to do and try to project their lack and their insecurity onto you, and you are being called to abandon the fear of rejection from those people. You might end up getting rejected by, oh my god, fuck's sake. That was a lot. But also, pause. But also pause. But also pause. So 2 cards that came up from the last reading, I believe, I think we had the 7 of Swords and the Ace of Swords came up, but in front of it, yeah, okay, that's what I said. I said what the hell I said. Okay, I said what the hell I said. I'm gonna read these 2 and then I'm gonna log off. The first card that came out was the Gate. And that is one of the major arcana cards in this deck, so I'm going to read it to you because I love this one. I love the explanation, and I cannot wait to share this with you if I haven't already. And that's why I stopped and I had to read it. A passage of transformation. This card is often rendered as judgment, but this is a Christian distortion. The sages of Dioscaria know better. It is a card of the far future, looking back at the eons that have gone before. For Christian tarot practitioners, this was understood as the Day of Judgment, the day when the works of the past and the present are fully understood in their ultimate context. For the Dioscarian seeker, the journey is both more personal and infinitely wider ranging. Our mortal bodies have carried us across the earth. We have overcome trials of loss and darkness, and we are now almost at the end of the journey. With one more step, we might see the world again with new eyes, without the clouds of preconceptions, and may even regain the innocence and wonder of our childhood. Oh, I knew it. Now is the time to unite our individual selves with the universe, to overcome duality, and to acknowledge that all is one. It is up to us to take this last step, to give up all and gain everything, to finally step through the gate. I love this card. And again, I think I have shown you this card, Shin. This is, I think, the 21st letter of the Hebrew alphabet. And it's meaning tooth, but it also is like the Shekinah glory. This is when you're stepping into the most holy place. This is symbolically you stepping into the most holy place within yourself. That collaboration we've been talking about this whole reading with the divine, that's what this is talking about. And the second card that came up was, obviously, Mama the Empress. And I'm only going to read it because they deserve it. They deserve it. They deserve to be read. If I can find it. Oh, there it is. Here we go. Strength through passion. Brimming with passion, the Empress is an ambiguous figure with numerous forms and manifestations across the tarot traditions. For some, she is soft and boundless, ripe with child, and sitting in a lush landscape filled with unstoppable growth. For others, she is a ruler who shares many aspects with the Emperor, each one side of the same coin. Her feminine energy to his masculine. In Dioscarian tradition, this femininity is expressed as a determination to protect and lead her homeland, making it prosperous and powerful. This regal aspect is demonstrated by her male eagle, erect pose, the strong vertical lines of her dress, and the wheat stalks around her. They also stand for the prosperity she ensures for her people. She has a stern exterior, a wise intellect, a connection to the divine, and radiates an imposing physical presence. Yes, the fuck she does. She stands in juxtaposition to the High Priestess, since she is hard and intellectual on the outside, with a soft core. These two basically sum up this whole reading. Connection to the divine actually involves allowing yourself to not be afraid anymore, to let go of the past, to acknowledge the blessings of your present and step into a space of the future that you are not even really aware of, but you are 110% prepared for. 110%. The divine is telling you it is time. It's time. Whatever that means for you, you know, whether it is fame or whether that's family. It's time. I'm so happy for you. I'm so proud of you. Keep your shit together. Keep your wits about you. You are so worthy, and I am so excited for you. I love you. Be a good bean, and I'll check in with you later. Mwah. Bye.